Hey, yo, Twitch fam! They are feeling it. People are in the house. We already got 225 people up in here on Twitch. What's up? What's going on, guys? How we feeling?
Yo, yo, yo.
Feeling good.
We got Nick Spinelli in the building helping me co-host. We got Jen. We got Radio. We got Jamie Perez. And we have a very special guest for you waiting in the background. Waiting to blow your mind. Skratch
Is
Bastid.
he a person in the back?
Yes. Skratch Bastid in the back. By the way, shout out to Sasson, DJ Sasson out of New Jersey. He is a longtime Dangerous DJs member, Crate Hackers member. He made that song. It's unreleased as of yet, and he let me use it because I think it's freaking sick. It's also, gives some people a panic attack, but it's okay. Like, that's the energy we're coming here with tonight.
I had to do all the fast editing and glitches, just to add to it.
Yeah, and shout out to Jem. He actually made that amazing, montage from Hacker Hotel, which was our very first live event that we ever did in Nashville, Tennessee. Spinelli was there throwing down. Jamie was helping me manage the chaos, bringing this beautiful beast to life. Radio was helping.
You say that like you did something.
I
did bought the food.
He was catering.
Don't you take that away from my snack queen. That's all Melissa.
No, he got us the good Thai food that night. Oh man.
Oh, that was really good. That was really good. That Nashville hot chicken, that burned me good. And I like real spicy stuff, and it burned me bad, dude.
Yeah, when Nashville says hot chicken, I
had to shit on the plane. Like, you ever shit on a plane? It's awful. It's the worst. Everyone knows what you've done. You just get off and everyone just look at everyone knows.
Yep.
I had no choice. I shit on the plane.
Yes, same. I just want to shout out some Twitchers. Steven Scher, we see you. He was a Hacker Hotel attendee. DJ Luke, what's up? Nystrom, also a Hacker Hotel attendee. Buff as well. DJ Straight Six. We see you guys. Thank you for showing up. We have a very special guest for you guys here tonight, and we're gonna just cut to it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the most electrifying DJs on the planet, from the battle circuits of the early 2000s to headlining stages across 50 plus countries. This party rocker has done it all. He's the founder of Bastid's Barbecue, the creator of Skratch School, and a Twitch streaming legend. Get ready for a masterclass in musical vibes. Make some noise for the one and only Skratch Bastid.
Hey. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you
got
hear me?
You, kid. Sounding good, bro. What's up? Thanks for making the time for this tonight, dude.
No problem. Actually, I'm having a Twitch ass day today,
Yes, you are.
It's
there's a cream for that.
For those aware with the Twitch DJ program, it's the 1 year anniversary of Twitch DJ program being a thing. So we had an awesome stream today. My regular Tuesday morning coffee stream every Tuesday from 10 a.m. Eastern. We went for 5 hours today. So this is actually my 6th hour of streaming today, Just put in that work.
And Skratch, when did you start twitching? When did you start?
When were you diagnosed?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a different call than I thought it was going to be, man.
This was around the same time you started scratching,
Yeah. But yeah, I started streaming over pandemic. We had done a number of different sort of online stuff, Facebook Live with the Red Bull 3 Style World Finals and that sort of thing, different types of live streams and broadcasts. But Twitch and the community around Twitch and streaming, that all came to me. I started participating 2020 and then mostly winter 2020, 2021. That was kind of where I really felt some momentum growing there and having fun on it as well.
How do you keep it fresh? Like, because you're so consistent with it, and like some of these long sets, like how do you, keep the sets fresh and don't have like any reruns of what you play or whatever? Do you have like a workflow for that?
Oh, I'm sure. I certain things become like their own sort of like stream classics, I guess you could say, and sometimes some certain songs, like the chat knows them from different moments that have happened on the stream. I mean, and that's just kind of like an example of how streaming is kind of its own universe. Like it's playing with a crowd that's in the chat. I see some of them right now in the chat representing. It's awesome. And to me, it's a little more behind the scenes than an actual performance. It's a little more transparent. I can take I feel like I could take more risks, and if you fall on your face or something, I feel like I have a pretty forgiving chat, and it's fun to play in that space. And yeah, part of today too is going to kind of share a bit of the process with people. I think this is just like, we have so few places like this where we can communicate and share process and stuff like that. So I would say that when I first started twitching, I was a little more.
I'm making that a verb, by the way. Making that a verb.
Pardon me? Yeah. I was a little more prepared, and then like I noticed that I just found it to be a fun place to try things out and to for things to grow their own myth. Like my mod Mr. Nate isn't here. I do this routine, hot like a skillet. Maybe I'll add it to the end of my set. That was totally something that I basically worked on with the chat, and now it's something I do at my shows.
Wow,
that's awesome. And then when did you first get into fashion design as well? Yo, I want to show you guys my Bastid shirt. I love this from the Obey Skratch Bastid collab. Like, I'm actually feeling pretty cool.
I got the exclusive one from Toronto.
Oh, that's fire. Oh, yeah. I need one. What's the website?
It's out on SkratchBastid.com. And yeah, it's an official collab with Shepard Fairey and Obey, which was an awesome collab. Shepard's been a huge music fan, always used music in his stuff, did stuff with Z-Trip, Public Enemy, that type of stuff. And yeah, I've seen, he actually does his own DJ sets too, and that's how I met him. And he's been supportive of everything I did. And when we talked about doing a collab, and this is how it ended up. So I'm super hype on that. So it's not me that's the fashion designer. I gotta, like, Shepard's amazing.
I know.
But
I just want to make sure that people know.
Game recognized game.
Get the hot sauce, by the way. The hot sauce is insane. I'm a connoisseur of hot sauces, and this is top tier. And then all this other stuff. No, it's awesome.
Yeah. And Twitch is a great place to share all that kind of stuff too. Like you can. We got our own little, our gang, and we show up at parties, and they come to my barbecues and all that kind of stuff. So it's been awesome. And shouts out to everyone that might be a new face on here as well. I am Skratch Bastid from Toronto, Canada.
Yes, sir. Well, let's get into it, Skratch. When did you what was the first hip hop record you listened to? Like, when did you get bit by the bug?
Oh man, that's a good question. Like, I started just as a music fan first before wanting to be a DJ, but in the late 1900s, in 1997, 95, 96, 97, I started getting really obsessed with hip hop music. And this was like the Wu-Tang era, when Wu-Tang, I was just a huge Wu-Tang fan. And yeah, I would that, even collecting all the Wu-Tang albums was like a challenge, because there were so many of them. And, me and my friends would like split them up, and then we'd make a mixtape. So we just try to make the most fire ass mixtape possible. And we were all like, on, allowances and budgets. We couldn't buy everything, but we could all kind of say, okay, you buy that one, you buy that one, you buy that one. Let's get together and let's try to make the most fire mixtape, which is kind of like building a crate, right? So like these sort of fandom, this music sort of like, I want to make the cool, I want to lay it out. And it's mostly for your personal playback, but you might copy it for your homies. And like it's like a playlist, of course, but you did it in real time. Back in my day, we walked uphill both ways, it's like, you just kind of make a playlist, and it flows. And then the next mixtape you might want to switch it up a little. Maybe you need a little intro. We started doing intros. And so I think the creativity kind of started at that point. And then I applied it to real records and vinyl back then, and then learned how to mix and scratch, and then I got into battling and that DMCs and that sort of thing. So,
but how do you even learn how to mix and scratch back then? There was no YouTube.
That's it. Like,
with
your ear and trial and error, and like whatever you could possibly extract from the television. I remember seeing DJ Skratch do one of his Friday the 13th, I'm gonna play Jason with the Jason mask on BET. I remember seeing Jazzy Jeff at the American Music Awards with Will Smith doing I Wanna Rock Right Now, and I knew them from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So you were really like trying to soak up as much as possible. So now that I can DJ for 5 hours every Tuesday and share it, it's actually kind of crazy to think about, the access that we have and the amount of music and data. It's moving pretty fast. So it's like important for us to consider modern ways of thinking and all that. And yeah, for me, like the modern thing about not running out of stuff on Twitch is sort of like also not being afraid. Like I know it's in me, you see me up. This is not a green screen, this is all stuff that I've collected. And yeah, love sharing stuff. Someone in the chat said collabing with friends. It's just a great idea. And don't forget your friends we can find friends in communities online and all that kind of stuff. So I like seeing that people are putting time on a Tuesday evening to come break bread, to understand different parts of this. Because let's be honest, I think we can all say that we think about this DJing stuff most of our waking hours. It creeps in, the thoughts creep into my head. I'll be eating dinner with my kids and be like, oh yeah, that would be a fire mix right there. Okay, cool. Jot that down. Little notes under the table at dinner time or something,
Same.
Song idea.
Same.
That's tight. And did you have any like previous musical background? Did you play the saxophone in middle school? Did you play the drums?
I played the euphonium in middle school. So the euphonium is like
I don't even know what that is.
What even is that? I gotta
yeah, I
Google
know. It sounds like a condition that you might have asked me about earlier in this chat. The euphonium.
I know what a euphonium is.
It's like it's like a marching band type thing. So you a brass somewhere in between. It's like trombone-ish.
Fat trumpet.
Thank you. Break the internet. Break the damn internet. This guy knows how the internet works. I'm like the euphonium at the drop of a dime. So yeah, I always liked horns and I always liked brass. So you'll hear some of that in my set, and I know that my fans know I like horns. I mean, Ante Up is like basically my lifetime anthem.
Oh, that's awesome.
Doesn't get hornier than Ante Up, does it? Is that what they would describe it as? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that because I just DJ'd a wedding in Boise, Idaho for some friends of mine. And they found this guy. His handle is Dancing Trombone. He plays the trombone along with the musicians, along with the DJs, which you don't really think about as a fusion act, right? You think drums, guitar, you don't think trombone.
Yeah.
He murdered that, and he's like dancing with the trombone. Right, that was a whole show, but he was great. Like the horns add something exciting.
Yeah, it's a universally recognized excitement maker.
I'm going to take the other side. I fucking hate working with any type of instrument. We don't rehearse this shit. They don't know what the fuck. They're stepping on my fucking routines. I got to like take them behind the facade and be like, listen, bro, all right? Every wedding's a Super Bowl. You got to relax, okay? Lil Wayne doesn't need a fucking saxophone solo. He doesn't. He's got it, all right?
Let him. That matter.
You know what I mean? Like there's no saxophone in a Millie, okay? I fucking hate it. I hate it, but I can't say it because we're saying it here privately. But if I say it out loud,
I know. There's a limit to it, and there's also like the one major thing to consider, Nick, is like being in key. And as a DJ, we're not always locked to key, and then also the songs are not always, even with hip hop and stuff, they're not always in a key. Sometimes they're a little bit sharp or flat or something like that. And then you got, 100%. But yeah, a Millie does not need a saxophone. You know what I mean? Like I totally agree. I think that high heights can be reached if you like rehearse and practice with people and kind of get a language going on. But the sort of improvisational Kenny G isms, I can kind of say that probably don't really work.
It's brutal, bro. It's brutal. But
all right.
Yeah, but AM with Travis Barker was insane. They had a whole routine, all that stuff. Like I love it, but it's got to be rehearsed. Like
and we talked about collaborating. Like me and my homie, once we got into the DJing, we started like just practicing. We'd get together and hook up, 4 turntables or whatever, 3 turntables and 2 mixers, and just kind of try out some ideas, and then those would make it to tape somehow too. And even preparing the set tonight, like the idea of it being build a classic hip hop set, I wanted to go with some transitions that are tried, tested, true, some remixes, some edits that have been favorites over time. Like I got a couple old files in here, but that's kind of sort of fun as well, to show how an edit can sometimes live on for forever. I mean, rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop. Be Faithful is an edit, that's like an edit that just like will never ever die. Like it's an edit that eventually went platinum on official label. It's kind of crazy to think about, coming from that DJ, the energy and the power that we have with like, upping the energy in a room with the combination of music is incredible. So that's something that pushed me. And yeah, when I was prepping this set, just put together, like, it was fun to run through them. And so and I always recommend to my DJ friends, make sure you're putting time in the dojo, in the gym. You gotta like try out those things. I mean, we can freestyle pretty good, right, Nick? We put in our hours, and it's like you can kind of flow off the top of your head, and Serato stems helps with that. But putting in your hours, and that's something I'll say about Twitch is we really put in those hours, and it's fun. So shouts out. My chat knows that, sometimes if something's good, we bring it back and do it again, drill it, like let it rock, keep going. I see a bunch of people. Shouts out to DJ Chi Jr. in the chat there. DJ JNR says my long train run and Doobie Brothers routine. Like, that's something that me and Chris Carnes practice for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Shouts out to Denver. I'll be out there August 29th.
August 29th. Go see the man. So let me ask you this, Skratch. How did you get so good at scratching? Was it just hours and hours in the dojo? Was it just, committing it to muscle memory? Was it, just messing around with friends? Like, how did you keep building momentum on it? Cause it's not easy to.
Yeah. A little bit of everything you said there, Dom, like, applying myself in a number of different ways. When I was 15, 16, I was scratching on songs, like making songs with my friends. And I was also making those mixtapes that I mentioned. And then I got into competing. So it was kind of like those three things, like mixtape, rap group, and battle. And then through winning the battle, that was actually how I got into clubs. Some people came to the battle like, yo, this guy's dope. Can you come play a set for an hour on this night? And I got the gig. I was like, yeah, let's go play the gig. And then I was like, wow, an hour, that's a long time. Like, what am I going to do for an hour? And then I learned pretty quick that, you got to put your time in, and you got to spend those times at clubs and sort of feel how it feels to pace a night and to play records too early and then be like, shit, what do I do now? And also to forget to play records, and to also watch how other people have gone, in your city, regional stuff, national stuff, like all that kind of stuff. Like, you can kind of I just got obsessed with everything about DJing. And then and I like to, what I do, I like to call it party rocking. And that was before LMFAO redefined what that meant, but rocking a party, is kind of like,
you don't wear cheetah pants.
Yeah. Rocking a party. I almost feel like it's time to take the lease on the name for party rocking back. You know what I mean? Can I have it's just sort of describes what my favorite DJing is, just here's the party, rock it, it's figure it out. It's like a bit of a Rubik's Cube or something, you're trying to figure out what to do. And yeah, so I got really into party rocking.
Well, because I was gonna say, it must have been almost like a humbling kind of transition, because you came from the battle world, and then you start with the public gigs, and it's technically you're disgusting, and then it's holy shit, now you have to kind of learn how to work a room, learn how to party, go through all that, and it's like starting from step one again, kind of, right? Was that
totally? Yeah. And I think it's important to kind of keep yourself interested in those ways, or challenged in those ways too, because I think every step that I got where I thought I've done it all, there was always something else hiding around the corner. It's important to stay curious and interested. And even if you've got the best gig in the city, what about the next city over? How's it going over there? Let me go take that in. And, moving around to different markets, and just making sure that you don't get too comfortable in your own thing, because everywhere goes in waves. And I just think it's also just healthy to connect with people from other cities. That's one thing I love about what you guys do, is just connecting DJs from different cities. We can share ideas, we can share edits, we can share parties even, we do gig exchanges and that sort of stuff, and working together. It's sometimes it feels super competitive, but again, that collaboration thing, I think it's a big important part of what I've done over the years. So yeah, it was intimidating, but it was so necessary to do at that point, is to kind of level up, what's next.
I mean, at this point you've performed in over 50 countries. Is that correct?
It's over 60 now. I got to send you the updated bio, but
I mean,
your passport's tired.
just
I'm on my third one or something like that. I forget.
Yeah,
I would
right.
be-
Run out of pages.
Let's say I'm on a plane. I'm going to Tokyo. I'm shitting a
Yes.
brick for 18 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they're listening to over there. How
I know.
what do you do when you go to a
Right.
faraway land?
It's a great question. Shouts out to DJ Majesty over that side. It's a
Majesty.
great question. You can try to do a bit of your research, but also like even putting this set in like put it together here. What's interesting about streaming too is I don't always know exactly who's out there. It's people from all over. So you also got to consider what's my experience and what has worked for me in the past, you know, and you got to keep those things sort of like, and what makes me who I am. I got a few signature things or things that work for me. Like we all have a record. Like Nick, what's your record? Do you have a record that you'd say is your record, and when your friends play with you, it's your record?
Oh man, I'm a big Simon Says guy. I don't know.
Right,
That's
right.
those
So they're like,
horns,
okay,
bro.
we're
That euphoria. What the fuck's it called again? The
Euphoria. Yes.
euphoria. It's the euphoria.
Yes. Well, Pharaoh has performed that song twice at my barbecues, and I can tell you that, like, you know, this is like the top
I would
5
die to see
energetic moment, you know, for me, just like out of body experience watching that man, you know, throw microphones around while that song is
That's
playing.
legendary.
You know,
yeah.
Right, but it becomes a record. It becomes a record that's like synonymous with you at your parties, even if it's just among your friends, you know. And those are like become your defining things. So you're like, okay, cool. What do I have out of that? And you're sort of like prepping. You're looking at it a little bit. Okay, after Simon Says, it's a hard record to follow. You know, do I follow it with Anti-Up, or do I follow it with another horn thing or another thing? Like, how do I? You almost kind of think of those types of combos, and that helps me a lot. Is like a little bit sort of like visualizing how it might go, because, you know, playing Simon Says, a record that big can be like walking a plank a little bit. You know, you're like, oh, now I'm out here.
Yeah.
It's awesome, but how do I follow it up? And what's the next thing? So prepping your crates. I'm sure you have. If that's your joint, then you have methods of dealing with this, right?
Oh yeah. But speaking of like signature stuff, I've been dying to ask you, man. How in the fucking fuck, especially back in the day, how in the fuck did you come up with that? And if anybody in the chat hasn't seen it, like look it up after the stream. Wait till after the stream. The Star Wars Imperial Mountain Mars, your legendary from DMC. How did you come up with that? What drugs did you do? I don't understand how.
No,
especially then.
I was very clean.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, where did that idea come from? Like, how did you?
It was just a mistake. It was the song itself that I used was a record by a guy from my city, Buck 65, and he put out a record. He was also in the DJ battle. Oh man, look at that hairy bastard! Damn,
Look at that young man.
With the Skittles. I got a cheek full of Skittles in this video.
Really?
And,
is that a biohack? Is that a biohack or like something we should try?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Cheek full
can't
of
say,
Skittles.
you know, all my teeth are still here. But
Yeah.
no. So yeah, that song, that record was by a guy in my city, and he was a DJ. He was in the battle. I used that record against him, and that was like where it started. And that was like, once I did and okay, so he put out the record and I was battling him, and the days kept passing by, blah, blah, blah. And then like, okay, this like 2 or 3 days before the battle, I'm like, okay, I want to use this record, but I don't know what to do. And when I'm working with the record, you know, it's almost like you're like, again, it's like, well, how am I going to make this record mine? You know, what am I going to do to this record to make it interesting? Can I add some signature sauce to this thing? And I was just going back and forth with the different tones in the record. I mean, I can kind of like, if you want to try to pull up my other screen, I can kind of break it a little bit down here. Hold on one second.
Look at this man. This man came prepared. Check this out.
Come on.
Prepared enough. Okay, cool. You could mute that one, and I'll show this real quick.
Okay. God. Let's go. Explosions, baby.
More explosions.
Oh, that was so fucking cool to see. Yo, thanks for showing that, man.
Like, it was just I heard the melody. So I think if we've all experimented with tone play, like this is old school, just like records. And if we've experimented with tone play and that kind of thing, you're just kind of playing around with notes until you find something that sounds familiar and fun, and then you find a way to do the mix, you know. So that was just with up faders and notes, but now, you know, you could play a bunch of notes. I know, Spinelli, you got a few different tone play things that you do.
Yeah, and it's like it's really about like kind of listening like looking through that lens, like trying to like look for ideas, like training your mind to kind of like always listen. Like we were talking earlier, and you said, you'll think of stuff like just at the dinner table with your kids and stuff, or you'll hear a song in a supermarket or whatever. Like it's just kind of listening for that too, like training your ear to listen for it. And it's like, oh, that sounds like, what the fuck does that sound like? And that's so interesting though, how you.
Right, and just keep looking for things. You never know. You said the grocery store all the time. I'll be hearing this like, this is jamming, and like be aware of like how your mind is taking things into, because sometimes you start singing a song along with another song and you're like making a mashup on the spot. You're like, oh, that's cool. Oh, let me try that. We have so many tools at our disposal now with stems, and it could take the vocals out of anything, or it can just be vocals of anything, at least good enough to try it out. And you can switch the semitones and the key that it's in and match keys and stuff like that. Your wildest fantasy of putting Michael McDonald over Slayer can be yours tonight. You just got to spend the time,
Exactly.
Unlock it.
I mean, we could.
That'll be part two of this conversation.
Yes, we'll be. Awesome. I don't know. I'll think of a good yacht rock pun for that one.
Yeah, I love it. Let's dive into some music here, Skratch.
Okay,
so this is all about hip hop classics. I guess my question is, I grew up like Notorious B.I.G., Outkast, Tupac, right? Like Notorious, like B.I.G. was the main guy. I can't say the other guy because he just got in trouble with the law. You know what I'm saying? But before that guy was B.I.G. But like, I never really got deeper into. So would you, like, when we talk about hip hop classics, what, obviously B.I.G.'s in that category now, but like, what do you think of when I say hip hop classics?
Oh, man, I think it's a pretty wide range of stuff, Okay. I think Biggie is a bit of a sort of middle point bullseye of it all. I mean, I think to some people that might be the oldest, but I think most people are also aware of Run DMC, which was like old school to me by the time I got into music. And so I think Biggie was new school, but it's clearly like old school now. But I still think people's general understanding of hip hop goes back to at least Run DMC. I mean, we also have, Sugar Hill Gang and Curtis Blow and those things. And sometimes these things aren't always directly in people's mind as exactly what they think is classic hip hop, but it is in the sound. So as a DJ, you can find different ways to cut them in. Even something like DJ Cool, 900 number. These are 80s beats that still to this day rock the party, and hip hop was born out of like making beats. So sometimes and edits, right? And I'm like the 900 number by Mark the 45 King, also known as Let Me Clear My Throat by DJ Cool. It's just a saxophone loop and a kick. And it's still to this day will have people just going nuts for no damn good reason. So I try not to be too too strict about the date as long as it sort of feels it. And again, there was about 5 years ago where like all that Saweetie stuff and like that stuff, all the sort of reinterpretations of songs came out again. So I feel like things like that keep those sounds alive as well. Even like it was funny when Saweetie did like Blow the Whistle. Like, is Blow the Whistle an old school hip hop joint? I mean, by date and number, but then you have the Philadelphia Eagles make it a number 1 song again. So it's like, I try not to be too sort of like, my hard cutoff for old school is this. It's like, hip hop is like a style of DJing as well. So, the hip hop was born out of the DJ choosing the sound. So I think like when I think classic hip hop, I'm almost thinking a bit more in like just overall feel of it, and I might play some stuff from this year, but it's got like an updated feel. And yeah, let's see some of the edits.
I like it.
We could start with Biggie. We could start with Biggie. I mean, that's sort of like a classic start point. I mean,
all right.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah. Let me.
We don't have to.
I'm just getting like
I grew up in South Florida, right? So we got like B.I.G. and then we got that like the what's it called? Miami
bass.
Yeah, Miami bass, exactly. Like 2 Live Crew and they were a little bit before my time, but people were still rocking that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know, Shannon let the music play, and I mean, look at Lookout Weekend, and when I hear music, which Kendrick just sampled again, you know, so it's like, oh, now that sounds there. Let me play with that a bit.
Freestyle.
And as a DJ, like, listen, some of the routines that I might do today, I might have been doing in the vinyl days, but it's like I always add new twists to them, or it's how you kind of set records up, you know. Like there's records that I'm going to play here that are like, certified classics, and I think people respond to it that way. And not every crowd is the same. But with the pace, you can pace yourself. I think like sometimes you're playing for a party and they don't have to know every record inside out, but as long as the feel kind of is there, it's good. You can keep people. I also learned you can play back to back to back bangers, but don't be afraid every now and then to throw a little curveball. As long as you kind of got that thing in your mind, okay, I know this is going to, knock their socks off if I lose them a little bit. But sometimes that risk to not appease everybody appeases this one group or one person in particular that goes crazy. And that's like, that can be worth the risk. You know what I'm saying?
Another huge risk you take too. I've seen you live. I came, I don't know if you remember, it was a while back, but like Lancaster, right? There's that
Lancaster,
Telus 360, right? In PA, right?
Yep.
And what you did, one thing you did while you were live, like, I saw you party rocking, right? And one thing that you did that kind of fucking blew my mind is that like, this is a non-DJ crowd, okay? This is a regular ass people, Lancaster crowd, okay? They're not Amish, but you know what I mean? Like the regular crowd.
pretty close.
And you cut your face off, and they went crazy. Like there was one point in your set where you just did this really fast chirp, like it had to have been 128 bars. Like you were just sitting, and you just kept doing it until they were just like, oh, and these aren't fucking DJs. These are regular people. I'm like, oh my God, regular people will vibe to scratching like that? I never thought. I was like, I'm more of like a seasoning guy. I'm like, I don't want to, a lot of DJs have this perception where like, you can over scratch or whatever. You don't want to, and I mean, there's truth to that, but you're the first person I ever seen where I was like, whoa, that fucking works.
Thank you. And I mean, what to add to that, one thing I learned too, because again, like I did come from battling and going into clubs, is that people wanted to see me doing something at the clubs, but then like I always had to have like a way out, and your way out is as important as your way into a lot of this stuff. Like as soon as you're done showing off or whatever, you better have something ready to go so quick that if they didn't care about the scratching part, they're still satisfied, like just the flow works, and if they did, they're like, wow, that was amazing. He just hit that. So like your ending is as important as your solo or moment. Cause sometimes what happens is you get this rush and then you do the 128 bars of scratch and you're like, yeah, I'm done. And people are like, what's next? What are we doing? Yeah. Oh, and then like, and then you kind of like fumble through your crate and then another 8 bars passes and you're like, and the high that you just created, you just kind of fizzled it all out. Maybe you're at a lower point than you were before. But if you can kind of have a way, and that's what my Andy Up routine like ends on a super high note, and it's just like this moment and it builds back up, So your exit's as important as you're into it. So hopefully the crate I have prepared here today lives by those rules, and I'm not stuck looking for too much. But I've got a fun one. I'm gonna throw some Biggie in there for you, Dom. Nick, is there any requests you've got sort of like off the top right now that you can think of?
Do your thing, man. Not off the top, no.
Okay, cool.
I have an alternative scratch.
Okay.
One of my all-time favorite songs, International Players Anthem by Outkast. And yeah, dude.
That's a great one. I mean, I got this little edit of that I love to play actually, and I actually put it aside. Maybe we'll start there.
However
and I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with that just to kind of share this edit. All right. This might be, and this one is like something that works well at I find like wedding functions or celebratory functions, because that video had a important wedding in the video. I feel like people associate "I Choose You" by Willie Hutch, but let me start a little. I'll take that into effect, get started with where I was, and also put some Hypnotize in. I'd also just, again, I like to share the process. Look, there's two of me right now.
I love putting dope DJ. I know. I see. Double the Skratch Bastid. I love putting dope DJs on the spot because they're so good. It doesn't matter. They're like, oh yeah, I can do something with that.
Well, like,
yes. Well, let's do that. I'll craft a little bit of an intro here out of a variation on International Players Anthem. I want to give a big shout out to the Crate Hackers for having me today. Shouts out to the chat. Put some fire in the chat. If you know what's good for you, put it up now. Let's do this. Starting here for Dom. A nice edit that gets a lot of burn. Shouts out to my brother, Jim Sharp. Also, for the record, Willie Hutch, I Choose You was my wedding song.
Let's go.
Hands up like this if you're rocking with the Bastid. I am the barbecue boss. In my 6th hour of streaming today. Funky, funky style. I guess you could say I like the funk. How about that? I mean, we could go forever, but I feel like that was a nice little. Yeah, how long did that go? I'm not sure.
Bro, I had to sage this place. Something came over me. I had to sage this place. Something came over me. I was possessed.
I put my head through the window.
All great responses.
You
People
got the
say
funk,
they throw
bro.
furniture sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all. Well, I hope some of that made sense, you know, especially to my DJ crew out there and the setups and the wordplay. I wouldn't say it was a perfect set, but I felt like I always had somewhere to go and to land on my feet and keep the party moving forward, you know. Sometimes taking risks comes with you know, might miss a cue point here or there, but that sort of confidence to keep pushing forward is really important when you're doing that kind of stuff.
That's it, man.
Everybody was loving it. We were losing our minds backstage.
Great. Well, shoot. I mean, maybe I should screenshot this crate. Is that how should we do this?
Yeah, if you could screenshot it, and
for sure.
y'all get your screen capture devices ready, your cameras ready.
What can I do? Can I send it over to you as an image to
you want to
share?
email
Is
it to me? Yeah.
Okay, cool. I feel like we're in the olden days of the internet, back when they had modems and stuff like that. But yeah, I think we can get there.
Just send it via AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Internet relay chat.
ICQ.
Okay,
yeah.
Let
me take the coolest JPEG of this of all time. Yeah, I said JPEG. Okay.
Dude, I'm on Joe Run's fucking Bandcamp right now.
Joe Run is a beast. That's my brother right there. That guy's like, you know, one of the first people that taught me about like the digging in the crates. And yeah, like I went into his studio and he had like Skull Snaps, rare records on the wall. And I was like, oh man, like James Brown and stuff. And you know, it's like, yeah, like he was one of those guys that taught me about all those little side paths you saw me, the side quests that you saw me do today. I'd probably blame Joe Run for like instilling that in my mind, that so much is connected. Okay, I think I got that. Joe Run, yeah, he is what you'd call a triple OG. Okay, I think I've got the right size here, and I'm gonna share this.
Perfect. Skratch is sharing most of what he played with you guys. I know you guys have a lot of questions about what he was throwing down. That International Players Anthem, that made my heart so happy. I feel so gangster when I listen to that song, but you put like a very nice spin on it as well.
yeah. So, did that one make it in the folder here?
Jamie,
that
what
flashlight
stood
edit
out to you?
too. Ugh.
What was that, Nick?
The flashlight edit.
Yeah, that Joe Run edit. It's so funky.
That was Joe Run. Yeah. Ugh.
It was Joe Run, yeah. Okay, it's called Chopped Flashlights. It's been named a few different things here, in his day. Even the edits. Don't be too worried about your files all the time. It's nice to clean them up, but like sometimes I get files from really great DJs that have bad tagging, but not Jim Sharp. Jim is one of those guys. These are guys that you should know. Jim Sharp, Joe Run Bombay, Skratch Bastid, we all have
Bastid, our edit. Especially the people's
Bike,
DJ.
My brother Nick Bike. I'm putting on for Canada. DJ Pump. All these guys got some awesome stuff. Yeah.
Speaking of bad tagging, if you have bad tagging, you should sign up for Crate Hackers 11 because now you can edit your
heard.
tag.
I know. I gotta get my ass up.
Well, I'm not talking to you, Skratch, because you're a
you
guy.
are, but I'm happy.
You don't really need it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking to the people. This is just a little commercial break. This is sponsored by.
Go ahead. Talk your shit.
If you guys sign up right now for Crate Hackers 11 at cratehackers.com/14-day trial, we don't usually offer 14-day trials, but we're doing it tonight. I'm going to give you one of these for free. This is a functional DJ necklace. It's a really good conversation starter. It'll get you business and it'll save your ass in a pinch. That's all I'm going to say. But you got to sign up right now.
Right now.
Got that quarter-inch around your neck.
Quarter.
Yeah. We can never have enough quarter inches laying around, is all I could say.
Shit.
It's right.
I know, exactly. It has saved my ass in a pinch for
Conversation starter, and you can be someone else's lifesaver. It's pretty much CPR for the working DJ.
Literally.
That's right. By the way, while Skratch sends me that screenshot, I got it. I received it. Okay,
let's see how
we're gonna do some quick giveaways if you're cool with that, Skratch.
Yeah, go ahead.
We like to reward people who show up to these things. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I always preach participation, man. You gotta be in it to win. You gotta play the game. You know.
And we're gonna start with Skratch Bastid's car. We're gonna give away that first. Here's
what I'm gonna do. You know, normally I give away Crate Hacker stuff like hats, necklaces, whatever. Right? Tonight I'm buying Bastid barbecue hot sauce for whoever we're about to pull. I'm gonna buy a Bastid Obey collaboration hat, and then the grand prize. This shirt is insane. So we're gonna do 3 prizes. How does that sound?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Okay, that sounds like a great prize. That's
He's so hype. I love it.
I know. We got to support
call it
the man.
BGE, Big Ginger Energy.
Bro, we see I don't know where you get the energy to do everything that you're doing. Like just hosting our own event for 30 people in Nashville was beyond insane. Like I see thousands of people coming to Bastid Barbecue. So just major respect for pulling something like that off.
Thank you, man. I live for this stuff. I like to be at the party. I like to be at the function, and I love DJing. So, and that's why I say participation, because I'm out in these streets, bro.
You're in the streets, bro. You're under the freaking highways. Like it's
literally. Yeah.
All right, Skratch. So this is a tradition. We're going to ask you to shuffle this list between 1 and 8 times. How many times would you like me to shuffle this list of all of our Twitch viewers on here right now?
Let's go with 3 is the magic number today.
1, 2, 3. This is for Bastid's Barbecue. Amazing hot sauce. Here we go. Good luck. This is all our people on right now. The winner is. Look how many freaking people are on this list. That's crazy. DJ Aromatic.
Base material.
That's awesome. I'm screenshotting. Email me, dom@cratehackers.com. All right, we're going to shuffle again, Skratch. How many times do you want to shuffle this list?
Let's go with 6 for the amount of hours I've streamed today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And by the way, this is for a Bastid hat. You can see here in the background. I got to buy me one of those too. All right, let's see. The winner is AOJ 914. Congratulations. And
914. I think that means they're from Mount Vernon or upstate, not upstate, but Upper Island, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Rap taught me a lot about area codes, you know?
That's going to save me some
from 914.
That's going to save me some money on some international shipping. I like it. Okay. All right, let's do another one. Actually, we're just gonna keep going. Shirt, and then the grand prize is gonna be this hoodie. We got to do this hoodie as well. All right, how many times, Skratch?
Let's go with 2.
1, 2. Good luck. This is for the Bastid Obey collab.
Get ready for that barbecue in Vegas. I like this.
You like this little wheel of names? Yes, sir. DJ Busy Bee, congratulations. Email me, dom@cratehackers.com. We're going to get you that shirt. Okay, this is for the grand prize. Skratch.
Okay.
How many
1 shuffle.
Ooh, 1 shuffle. This is for the grand prize. The Bastid hoodie limited capsule drop.
This is an exclusive Obey hoodie, official Obey. This is huge.
We're supporting our boy. We're supporting our boy. He's grinding. Let me pump up my brightness. Okay, here we go. Good luck. This is why you got to show up live to these things. We're giving away things to people who show up every week. And the winner is...
Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh, our Medina 1025. Congratulations. Let's go. All right, let me...
wow, those are going to be some fly-looking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
The quality is insane. I love it. It's
Making
fantastic.
the world a better place here. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
We need more. We need more, sir. We need more. I need some swimming trunks. I need
yeah,
some
we got
flip-flops.
exclusive that Canadian one too that we just dropped. You know, we did one for New York, one for LA. So I always drop, just like you guys. I like surprising people, and you got to play to win. You got to be here to do that.
I love
How about my crate? Did you get my crate, Dom?
I got it, baby. Here it is.
Okay, there it is. Okay, so let's move you through. You know, I can even get back there. I don't know. Yeah, if you want to try to zoom in one notch in there, maybe.
Let me make this a little bigger. Hang on a second.
Well, I think if you zoom, I think you
got me sweating.
Your computer skills, Dom. It's all good.
I got it. I got it. You know, I'm a nerd. I used to use ICQ. You know.
So you got my jokes, eh? Is that what you're saying?
I did. There we go.
Yeah,
Bigger.
Nice.
All right.
Great. So here's my Serato. It's not too messy, and I'll work my way through it. All right. So so I Choose You. That's a Jim Sharp edit. Jim Sharp is a dope producer from Canada, lives in the UK, and he does a lot of this thing where he'll take the original sample and put like the rap sampled drums underneath them. So basically what he did was take the drums from International Players Anthem and put them under the Willie Hutch sample. So that sounded really dope. And then moved into the UGK right at the Pimp C verse. My bitch, I choose it, lover, never quit out of rubber. And so I just did that intro. You'll notice I jumped from 78 to 94 there just because I kind of just threw that on for Dom. And the song Hey DJ by World Famous Supreme Team has kind of like one of those intros that sort of it's like a sliding across the piano. It kind of doesn't really matter when you start it, if I can say that. Like, listen to this. It's like... So it's kind of like a natural transition. So I did that to get up to 95 BPM. Then I played I Want to Be Down with the DJ, which is a Joe Run Sure Shot edit with Brandy. And then I wanted to work in that Hypnotize because we were talking about Hypnotize. That's the same tempo as I Want to Be Down with the DJ, 94. And then someone put Blow the Whistle in the chat. And I knew that, one of my tricks sometimes is just sing along. Like if you have an idea, just try to kind of like, in my head, I was like, doom, 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 doom. And I could hear Biggie flowing over it. And I knew it was pretty close in range. And yeah, so I just tried it out and worked it online. Like, just kind of like, worked it out. Fuck it, we'll do it live, just give it a shot. And then, so Blow the Whistle. And then,
we support this.
Then I got into Lottie Dottie, which I actually planned to play later in the set, but I snuck it in there because it has the sample of Biggie, 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 Can't You See? And then I got into this other little intro thing that I do with the Fela Kuti, Water No Get Enemy. He's an Afrobeat artist. And DJ Bizon, he's from Milwaukee. He makes a lot of dope edits. He put the Talib Kweli Get By drums underneath that. That's a banger that's worked for me so many times, and it's just a great, like I said, I like the horns, right? So the horns come in on that one, and you're just like, it's like an arrival moment. So I like that. And then I have this a cappella chant loop of Greg Nice from Nice and Smooth going, come on, everybody, let's all get down. Come on, everybody, let's all get down. And I just have that. It's a loop file. So that's going over and over. And then I can just drop a beat underneath it. If I'm going like that, like, come on, everybody, let's all get down. Come on, everybody, let's all get down. So Get Down, moving to the Get Down. Hi guys. Hi. Then I have another edit by Mark Hype and Nasty NMX called The Get Down, which is basically a hip hop edit of James Brown, The Boss, but it has the Nas drums underneath it, or Nas, like, it's kind of built around the Nas song. 1, 2. And then it has that whole thing where he's talking and I talk back to him. You know what I'm saying? Then that's a little bit of sort of like walk it like you talk it, get in there and just talk your shit. And then Top Billin'. Yeah, that was a classic sing along. And that was kind of a setup for I Get Money by 50 Cent, which is a fun one. It's kind of a funny in between schools. It's kind of like an old school club song, but young people know 50 Cent sort of. It's a funky little one that I find I Get Money just blows up parties. I usually don't let it rock very far. And then I went right into Money Dollar Bill by Jimmy Spicer, which was sampled by Mano. So that's kind of like a part of the set where I'm I'm moving quickly. And with hip hop classic stuff, it's okay sometimes to move quickly, as long as you don't cut off like a part that people love and sing along to. You always got to have something going on. Next, we have Lola Brooke, Just Relax, which is She Sampled Choice Is Yours by Black Sheep. So that's another good sort of like genre, like era straddling song that can kind of be dope for younger kids or dope for the old heads. But you'll notice this was the no dick edit. Yes, a no dick edit. I did make reference, Nick Spinelli, to a something of a no dick edit or no. For some reason, in her first verse, she says like her first line is, "I can't F it if the dick ain't hard." And I like the record, but every time that line dropped, I just like felt like I was actually holding my Johnson and just like I just didn't know what to do. So I skipped ahead to the second verse and I made the no dick edit. It is important to feel comfortable about the songs you're playing. So I moved to that and it goes to the second verse. Then I go into the second verse of Black Sheep right before the chorus that then drops at you can get with this, you get that goes into the classic from Crooklyn Clan, as sampled Crooklyn Clan, Engine number 9. Now underneath that, I got that Mama Said Knock You Out ready. It's like almost like they both have this sort of nice little 4-bar sort of tension builder, and then right at the like pick it up, don't call it a comeback. It's almost like the microphone gets passed from Drez of Black Sheep over to LL Cool J, and it just like it's got that energy. Then the Humpty Dance, that's another classic.
So good.
Party shaker from that era. I did a little thing where it's like, all right, stop, what are you doing? And like everything stops and people say, what's going on? And they start the record over again. Little things like that for effect, or some fun party tricks that I've figured out over the years. Then, Digital Underground always have that West Coast bounce vibe. I made an edit recently of Squabble Up by Kendrick Lamar that features Atomic Dog by George Clinton, and it's been working really well for me. And I've heard that George Clinton plays it to get himself hyped. I have reports from his grandson that it's like,
no way.
Yeah, he's like George was playing that every day on tour, just like watching this video of like, yeah, kind of crazy. So that makes me think I'm doing the right thing. But yeah, that edit's been slapping for me. I actually pressed up a couple 7 inches of it with Nick Bike. And it's like kind of, again, it's old school beat with a new school MC. So it's kind of like those things are dope at parties because you get kind of 2 crowds with one thing. It's like a mashup, but not even, it's within a genre, but it's sort of like new and old at the same time. I find that stuff works well for what I do. Full transparency, I'm a 42-year-old DJ with 2 children. So, it's like I play for some old heads, in cities like New York, Toronto, LA, where there's such huge contingents of OGs all over the place. Don't always feel like you got to chase the youngins. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to let a George Clinton beat rock. Still smacks. And then I get into the TV off. I went a little bit further with the Kendrick Lamar, the TV off edit with the sample. Shout out to Spider Tech out in Las Vegas. That guy is always making crazy edits, and that one is pretty much just a sample from that. That sci-fi sample moving into that, and then it's like mustard. I would say, this year is one of those big party drops in hip hop sets. So nice to have that. Then I quickly moved into the Zap, more bounce to the ounce. Nice bounce of West Coast beat, which was all sampled by MC Breed, Rodney O and Joe Cooley. Boom, boom. The Rodney O and Joe Cooley has the flashlight sample from Parliament. Shouts out George Clinton once again, which is the Joe Run edit, chopped flashlights, which has the same drums as Funky Child by the Lord. So you see there's a thing where it's almost like one leads into the other. I play a lot of like 2 degrees of separation with my sets, and yeah, maybe that makes sense, and maybe it sounds like a bunch of gibberish, but I hope it made sense.
No, I love that. Yo, no Camelot wheel? Like no Camelot? No. You got the actual.
Yeah. I have the keys in there because the colors are there, so the colors still work. And I found when I was working with singers and producers, it was more valuable for me to know to say, oh, that's a B flat minor, or say, oh, like to say what it was. So,
gotcha. Wow,
and
yeah,
the colors,
you're the first I've ever seen with that.
It keeps me on my toes, but yeah, the color. Honestly, the colors are pretty good. Like I see the color and I know it. And then there's this thing, man. It can be tough sometimes. Sometimes the key is wrong, and sometimes the color's wrong. And yeah, I don't know. Does Crate Hackers have anything to fix that?
Yeah. Come on, Dom.
Yes. In the future, yes.
Put it on the list, baby.
If you want it, we're building it, bro.
it's a tough one, but yeah, no, I'm always down. I mean, that's a hard one to analyze, but yeah, the key can be wrong sometimes. So, but
that's a good idea, though.
No Camelot for me. I just the color, and then knowing what it is. And full transparency, I don't know if I've actually taken the step of like gaining the knowledge of the key to be able to like, that's a B flat minor, that's an F sharp major. It doesn't really like. I can't really do that, but I still do think in communicating with other people that do know that stuff, it can be really handy in the studio.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
My God, this was
Fire,
the greatest hackathon ever.
Hey,
for sure.
Pleasure. I love this stuff, and I love that you guys put so much effort and care about it so much. And shouts out to the community, fire in the chat for all the 300 plus people the whole time rocking with us on a Tuesday night.
Kind of crazy,
Just on
so,
Twitch.
I just got to plug my boy. We gotta talk about this. Every Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, Skratch is just lighting up Twitch. So you guys just put I actually have a calendar reminder because sometimes I forget. Tuesday morning, drink your coffee, watch Skratch Bastid on Twitch. It's a fun time. It's a great way to spend a morning.
Great way to wake up. I'm writing it down right now. I'm gonna come in.
I'm gonna clip
the
this
vibes
for later.
are so good. He will be at DJ Expo in Atlantic City in about 10. I don't know. About a week.
This time next week.
That's crazy.
Wednesday, actually. So then I'm going there next Tuesday after my stream down to Atlantic City. Do Twisted Tuesdays. There'll be something going on there. Just checking that out. And then Wednesday, I'm going to be having a chat about Twitch and DJing. So we touched on that a little bit today. And then at nighttime, I'm going to play Melstar's party as well. So if any of you DJs are out in Atlantic City, come holla at me. Tell me you saw me on the Crate Hackers stream. And
I'll see you there.
Yeah, awesome.
Nick will be there.
Yeah, no, it's a really fun time. If you live anywhere near the Eastern Seaboard, it's worth it, man. There's tons of DJs from all over. Always cool stuff to see, some giveaways and things like that. And I highly recommend checking it out. The year that I went, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I was like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah, it's great thing. Also, Bastid's Barbecue. He does these incredible parties. He throws it. He's the organizer. He brings in insane talent. I was losing my mind when I saw Russell Peters DJing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think we might bring him back or something. Russell's awesome. I mean, world famous comedian, but a dope DJ. And so, awesome. So we're doing one in Las Vegas. We just announced in 6 weeks we'll be in Las Vegas, September 14th, Sunday. Yeah. So mark it in your calendar. I don't know. Gotta look up the cheap Vegas flights.
Come to America. We need to just not let him leave. You know what I'm saying?
I love coming down. I love rocking Miami, Houston, Austin, LA, New York.
Atlanta. Anytime.
Look. I'm waiting for the right invite. If we got something we got to do, if we got something that needs a Bastid rocking,
dude.
It's been way overdue.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite American city to play in? You got like a favorite?
It's a good question. I mean, I
just
love playing in New York. In New York, I do because the DJ history there, and there's a lot going on. And I like disco parties, house parties, hip hop parties. Like Everyday People started in New York. That's an amazing party.
True.
Yeah, I like New York. It can be a lot. It's a huge city with a lot to offer, but if you know how to play it or see what you want to see, there's a lot to offer there. I've always had a good time in Austin with South by Southwest and just the general Austin party crew where 1 shot equals 3 shots. I don't know if that's just in Texas. I don't know. That seems to they pour large shots in Austin, like Kansas City and Austin. They might pour the most biggest shots that I've ever seen.
We like it.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you guys, I know this is the imperial measurement system, but something's off here. Something.
Yeah, and then Nashville. I think you would destroy Nashville too.
Oh yeah, I mean, Nashville's are very, very fun. Nashville is. People go to Nashville to have a great time, and
people from Atlanta would drive from Atlanta to Nashville to go see that. And then did you want to just plug? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's kind of it. Yeah, like if you liked what you hear, check me out online. Just Skratch Bastid. I got an mailing list on my website, and I'm always doing fun stuff. So if you're interested in DJ culture in any piece, just like let's hang out, let's do stuff, and come catch me at a show.
SkratchBastid.com. Go check out the product. It's so freaking awesome. And then DMC finals in Tokyo. Did you want to just touch on that real quick?
So I got invited to the DMCs is the one of the leading all-time battle competitions, and they invited me to showcase at the World Finals, which is awesome because I never made it to the DMCs. All this battle stuff in the World Finals, I never made it to the World Finals. I only made it to some national finals, and yeah. So I came second in Canada in 2004 and 2005, and then after that I got so busy in the clubs and everything that I stopped battling, and then eventually I became a judge for Red Bull Freestyle. But this will be me going back to the World Finals, so I feel like there's a bit of a story brewing there. I got to come up with some super duper heat that speaks to the moment, but yeah, that gives me, you've always got homework, you know what I'm saying?
Back to the roots.
Crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Scratch, we can't thank you enough. We got to do this again. We'll run it back. We'll do a hip hop part 2. We'll do something. I don't know, man. We appreciate you rocking with us for so long as well. I was just letting you cook, and everybody was eating it up. We appreciate it.
Great. Well, thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to checking out the new stuff you were showing me earlier as well with the new Crate Hackers 11. So holla at Crate Hackers for doing dope shit and helping DJs get better. You know what I'm saying? Use these tools. There's so many tools. It's almost too much. Big shouts out to everyone in the chat, Fire, and ones in the chat. It's just great to be here. Thanks for the invite, Don.
Fam, you guys brought the good vibes. Everybody stay on. We're about to raid another DJ. We support DJs in this place. We're going to go in force to the next person. It's this girl I found recently. She plays the guitar and DJs at the same time. I couldn't really find any hip hop going on, and I think this girl is doing some dope shit with some drum and bass and some guitar, and like it's kind of crazy. So y'all stay on. We're raiding Emilia.
Okay, Emilia. Let's check her out.
We
Peace
appreciate
out,
bro. Good seeing you, Scratch.
Thanks,
good
bro.
to see you too.
See you next week, man.
See ya.
Peace out. We love you guys. We're raiding now. Stay on. Stay on. Stay on. We're raiding. We're raiding. We're raiding. We'll see you guys soon. We'll see you next week.
Later, people.
Peace.